Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here, and thanks for having me. In fact, I'm quite excited, as you can probably see, because I never really thought I'd make it here. Why is that? Because I had kind of a bumpy start at Bosch. So let me tell you what happened. In summer 19, I joined Bosch. After well over a decade in consulting, I wanted to move something bigger, something more permanent. It didn't go that well. So I really struggled, but I had the feeling I couldn't really move anything, do anything, get anything done, make an impact at all. Then again, I'm not a fan of giving up early. So I decided to give it another go, and I did, and another one, and another one, and yet another one until I saw it wasn't going anywhere. A little heartbroken, I figured it's probably a cultural problem. I just didn't fit in. But then again, hey, this is Bosch, so there's got to be opportunity everywhere. And that's why I decided, some 2.5 years ago, to join Service Solutions, or SO, as you might know it. For those of you who are not fully familiar with Bosch's portfolio, not everybody knows the full portfolio by heart. I don't either. So Bosch Service Solutions, we're doing customer service in all shapes and colors. And yes, we're mainly known for our call center business. Sure, you all know what a call center is. Nobody likes dealing with them. So why did I join SO? I'm not speaking about content, no. This may or may not be everybody's cup of tea. No, personally, I love customer service, by the way. I'm rather speaking about the industry outlook. Because analysts say by 2028, the classic call center is completely dead. And this number has been announced well before the industry's nemesis, or ChatGPT, as you may call it. So to the average Boscher, a couple of decades in the enterprise, long time on the same position, this may not be your perfect spot. To me, a dream opportunity. I could finally move something. And if digital business has to happen, I think this is the place. But let's get back to nemesis, ChatGPT, or disruption in general. There is no instruction manual. There is no next best action. There is no perfect next step. There isn't even an RBGF document. And you cannot sit it out. Any move you take is better than no move. And for the industry, seriously, if straightforward doesn't work anymore, well, maybe you have to adjust the course a little and give full throttle. Yes, the market outlook is dim. That's true. But to me personally, I'd rather do my hair myself than get a full shave by the market. So we started experimenting right away. Some 18 months ago, we did our first experiments in generative AI. First the general stuff, then more specific stuff. But how do you get adoption? How do you get people to use new technology? To use stuff they haven't seen, touched before? Nowadays it's cold coffee, but we at SO, we were pretty much the first ones to put a voice interface to ChatGPT. It may be due to the fact we put voice interfaces to everything, but we put a voice interface to ChatGPT. And in order to get people familiar, at one point, I think it was in March 23, I had business cards printed. And I distributed them. People could call and try it out and chat a little. And while I was distributing cards, people could call and openly discuss stuff, trivial stuff, such as the weather, maybe more delicate stuff, such as the pain in your back you have recently when you get up in the morning, or maybe very delicate stuff, how to see your neighbor next. The biggest question was, say, are we recording things? And of course, nothing was recorded. It may sound funny, but by trying around, by making people familiar with the new technology, we figured out the biggest concern with GenAI in service, privacy issues. So to us, the mission was clear. We were aiming at a solution that was completely safe from unwanted data sharing. We quickly partnered up with a little GenAI startup from Heidelberg. You all know it by now. And through this partnership, we overcame technical boundaries. And there were many, because it was new technology. Nobody had really tried it. And as we experimented more, so grew our partnership. A couple of months in, we were getting more serious and better with the technology. A couple of months in, our partner called us. They were in trouble. They had this huge customer contract, but they couldn't sign it because the customer required 24/7 product support. Of course, we could help, and I was happy we could. And to be honest, we would have done anything to help them. Now, if you're working on something really exciting, shiny, new, interesting, this does make waves. So as we kept on building little POCs, some of them working, many of them not, about twice a week, people from anywhere in the organization would call me, and they would ask me things like, why is SO doing innovation in AI? Or, you're not using the best language model. Or, the technology you're using, it's slow. Or, did you know something's coming out next week? It's way better than what you're doing. Or very bluntly, Marvin, stop wasting your time. You're riding a dead horse. Of course, this does something to you. And it doesn't quite feel like a day at the beach. So let me frame this more positively, because I don't want to lower the spirits here. it's a great evening. No. So aside from GenAI at Bosch Service Solutions, we tapped into Bosch-wide swarm intelligence to jointly come up with a new KPI for innovation. How often were you criticized last week? But wait, let's be serious again. Of course, not everybody was on board on day one, not even at SO. But Marvin, we don't know the technology. Yeah, true. Let's learn it. It's way more important who you work with than what you're working on. In that sense, people are more important than process. Attitude will beat expertise in 10 out of 10 times. And you can have the greatest expert. If the attitude isn't right, you won't be going anywhere. And the biggest challenge is you can't buy attitude, not even for $10 million. And I believe there is no next big thing. At least it's not worth looking for it. Time to market is everything, and you've got to get started. And even we are slow. Me personally, I'd rather have 10 quick prototypes and none of them working than one next big thing 2 years too late. So today, we have the largest GenAI use case at Bosch with external customers. In roadside assistance services in North America, we're dealing with 1 million calls a year, where 40% can be solved end-to-end using our AI. Well, this is not only fascinating from a productivity point of view, it also gives more time to those who are really in need. And this is just one use case. We've got, of course, a couple of things coming up, such as live translation services coming soon to an elevator near you. Are we perfect? No, totally not. And we don't want to be. In fact, we're really far from it. We only aim to be a little bit better every day. And this goes for me, and this goes for the awesome people I get to work with every day. So you might have noticed I could keep on talking for hours. But what I want to say, what I want to tell you all, in times of disruption, when the scenery is changing and all of a sudden there's a chilly wind, when things just don't feel fully right anymore, the worst thing you can do, really the one worst thing you can do, is to become Elsa. Frozen. No, you've got to act fast and get going. And that's the time when good is way greater than perfect. Thanks a lot.